Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're looking at a Revoltech branded skeleton. This is a skeleton figure which is a part of some designer series. I just opened the box here. There's also like some sort of dragon thing. There's another skeleton with some like samurai armor and stuff. But because this is just a regular skeleton, that'd be quite useful in different photo shoots maybe, acting as an enemy for other characters, which is why I picked it up. He's like a good accessory figure. So this is some sort of designer series and it's by someone called Jisei Okimono. Hope I said that right. And on the back of the box, there's some sort of description, I guess some sort of art stuff about the skeleton. As you can see here, there's also some extra parts, extra accessories to turn him from a regular humanoid skeleton into something else. Now the thing about Revoltech joint is, as always, the joints are interchangeable. All of the articulation basically uses the same type of joint. So if anything breaks or is not working as you want, you can swap that out with like replacement parts, or you can, unplug arms, stick them on your legs, and just do weird stuff. And that's one of the things with the skeleton. You can buy multiple boxes of these, and you can combine them and create weird creatures. Like, I don't know, a human centipede if you wanted to do that. Like an actual one. Don't go through that many Revoltech stuff. Gonna go through the packaging here. So yeah, this packaging is so bad it can't even stand up. It's just warped. That sucks. Anyway, you can open this up and it shows you some of the history and information about the figure. Of course, it's on Japanese, so I can't read that. So if you want a screen cap and Google Translate that, be my guest. And on this side, we see all the parts pretty much, as well as how empty this box is. Yeah, consistent box sizes, I suppose, but this is really big for nothing. And on the side here, and on the back, and saying, hey, you can combine different parts, and there's a box accessory to hold all the skeleton bits and bobs. You can create different creatures. And there we go. Box opens on the top there, they're all peeled off the box, so why is this thing warping so bad? Anyway, pull this one out. You have a goldish yellow color in the back there. Instruction sheet right here. It's printed on that very nasty shiny paper and you scrub your fingers a lot. It feels really bad. I don't like it. And we have all of our pieces here. So I can't remember if this had tape on it or not. I think it's not. Now there's a lot of stuff going on here. It isn't just a skeleton figure, which I would have been tempted to pick up on its own, but with all this extra stuff, this is great. And this is one of those figures that the more you get, the more crazy creatures you can create. Because, in the middle here, we have our regular skeleton. Quite dirtied up, looks like it's been in the grave for a while. Starting with the basics, of course, I guess, we have a sort of troll skull head. He has a bone on his forehead, so no bit. Oh crap, I keep dropping it. But then you got this sort of troll or orc head. It's kind of cool. This one you have a devil head with like two horns on there. And then move on to some other regular stuff. We have an extra pair of arms with some spray open hands, so extra pair of spray open hands. We also have some item holding hands here because he does have a club on the side right there. So the other more interesting stuff, I guess, so on the bottom here we have a pair of extra backbones. These swap out the lower backbone here, so you can have one of those double torsos. This is in the T shape, and this is in the Y shape for different posings and different creature purposes. So you can have a creature that has a conjoined hip. Same with the neck. This is a T-shaped neck piece and a Y-shaped neck piece. And you just pop those joints out from there and stick them in there, and you have like a double head creature thing. But it gets even weirder, because here we have these are the two like shoulder blade pieces. These are regular shoulder blade pieces. You can see that these have a little peg hole inside there, so you can attach the regular shoulder blade piece on top of that and have like the 4 arms. If 4 arms aren't enough, you also have these 4 pieces here. Now these give you access to, the top piece here gives you access to 3 arms, and the bottom piece here has that hole on the end, so you can have 3 arms and another layer with another 3 arms, so you can have 6 arms. And I guess if that's not enough, you can attach this shoulder blade to this, and then like this thing, because it's also peg on top of that, so you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arms. Alrighty then. You have this rotten sort of cloth piece, which just reminds me, like I can create those Elder Scrolls skeletons in the crypts. The box has a whole lot of stuff. The extra hip bone has another hole in it for another joint, so you can add a tail or something to the skeleton if you want to do that. Now, I do want to go through the articulation like one of my regular figure videos, but I'll say this right now. This figure just instantly reminds me why I don't want to pick up any Revoltech figures. And that's because a lot of these joints don't work that well. The whole gimmick is, yeah, you can swap these joints out, they break, you replace them, or you get them from other figures, and you can mix and match all the figures you want as long as the joint is the same size, because they all use the same system. In theory, this sounds like a good idea, but execution is just very poor. Let's start off with the head now. This is okay, this moves fine, it's got a lot of articulation, that's great. But you know, this would have moved a lot better and easier with sort of dumbbell joints or ball joints, so we don't have that here. Down to the arm. My biggest problem with these joints is, more often than not, they don't work. Now, you see, I've actually pulled this joint out just a little bit. Now, the hinge on the joint itself is fine. If I want to rotate this arm, this happens. It just pops out. It's far too tight. This is something I have to fix. I either sand down the joint just a little bit or dig out the hole a little bit. But then that causes another problem. If I dig out too much, is the joint going to be too loose? Is the arm going to constantly pop off? So aside from that, let's rotate it the other way around. Let's make him move his arm up. Oh, this thing happened too. This almost feels like I would be better off if I just replaced this joint with a piece of wire. And then while this joint is too tight, the shoulder blade joints just, well, this moves, I guess. That's good, but it's also quite loose compared to the actual arm joint. Moving down to the hip, this is okay again, I suppose, but once again, a board joint might have been better, maybe. The leg joints fare a bit better than the arms, but it's got this clickiness to it, which I really don't like. If I want to do a smooth motion with this figure, that's going to be impossible. Single knee joint also works okay, I suppose, but it also goes the other way, so... oh, this joint's actually kind of loose too, so yeah, that's annoying. I feel like this figure would be great for posing, but if you want to like actually play around the figure or do anything else with him, you're going to get frustrated very quickly. Even filming just this section now, I feel like I'm starting to get frustrated with certain poses and movements, so... So there you go. Funny how the bootleg Michelangelo is better than this official Revoltech figure, hey? Which is probably why I was discounted by almost half price. Yes, I got this half price recently. A month ago, 2 months ago, I don't know. These videos take so long to queue up and get done. Whoops. But anyway, this guy's hugely discounted. There's a few more boxes of these from where I picked it up, as well as that dragon figure and the other samurai one. That one sold out, the samurai one, but you still find this one. So overall, I really wish someone else would come along and make a good 1/12 scale action figure of a skeleton. Someone like Figma, even FlicKr, anyone. Just, this one isn't too good. Maybe even NECA can come along and make a good skeleton figure. This is something that will look good next to the Skyrim action figure perhaps, or some other medieval action figures. Recently, a brand of action figures has released some clothes figures of medieval knights, which or Tudor knights, which reminds me of, you know, something like you would see with Mezco 112. So this is something you can pose along with them if it was decent. If you want to use this to animate it, it's not gonna work. The joints are far too tight and they pop off far too easily in different places. This is a figure that is absolutely frustrating to mess around with. This action figure is only good for posing and then just leaving it there. And even then, it might just stumble over because of how weak certain joints are. It's just annoying. If you get this, you might need to buy a pack of replacement joints and fingers crossed, get it working properly. So overall, I can't really recommend this figure to anyone for the price that it's going for. It's just not good enough. It's a mess. It's annoying. It's not fun. That's the worst part of it. So, if you enjoyed this video, click the thumbs up button, if not thumbs down. Leave a comment below how you feel about Revoltech in general, if you picked up any of their more recent stuff. Has that improved? I hope it has, because the fake Michelangelo feels better than this. As always, you can support this channel by sharing this video with other people, or heading over to Patreon, turning adblock off, all that good stuff. But thanks for watching, as always, take care, have a nice day, I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.